just around the corner as you get a look at Bills Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. And we are underway in Buffalo. Pulls it in at the 13. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Coming in.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Allen hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. Look at the big man rumble. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Locked now on 3rd and goal. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Melvin Ingram racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So now Drew Lock gives way to Brandon McManus. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up. led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start?
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. A big play here for Buffalo.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Here's a give to Dobbins. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills are going to tie the game at 3. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit a partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Locke. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach tell us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Now a second down and 6. Here's Locke to throw. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help. And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. They'll roll him out right. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 24-yard line.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
He's brought down 9 to Davius White. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
10 3-yard score after 1 here on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap to Locke. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Clock now to throw. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Locke working out of the gun. Flushed out right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Williams. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going.
And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. McManus's point after is good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for it. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position. That was special there. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Block off of play action. This one swung out to Williams. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, this hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds. Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it. But if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire? And they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it. What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there. Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's got a man. It's his fullback. It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain. Now the Bills are going to use the... To their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
And just a yard to go here on second down.
54 mark. Check.
Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You're talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Melvin Ingram, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. Looking to throw. Locke. That is caught. It's Williams. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st down, it's Williams, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From just shy of midfield, Locke. This will be caught. Judy. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 32-yard line. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They look to throw. It's Locke. That is caught by Williams. Touchdown, Broncos. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Stevenson now is going to bring this out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. From the 31, Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And down inside the 10 at the 9. A big play there just before halftime. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Dancing to his left. And he is out of bounds here. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
56, 56, alert,
They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown number 8 Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Locke going to throw. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Locke. And that is incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now finally got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
56 Mike. 56 Mike. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
To the air, Allen. Flush to his right. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. It'll be a gain of 3 on what should be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And Oliver in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Second and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. For Drew Locke coming out of Missouri, the one thing that scouts they loved was his arm strength. And we see why there.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
Yeah, and you see the final number there on how far that ball traveled. Pretty impressive. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Second and 5 now. Locke. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keon Crossan. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up second down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Five yards remain on second down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Bills are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, the second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills will extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Williams going to get it again on second down. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Locke. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Jeudy. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a first and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Allen. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Stay with your man.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Allen going to throw. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. To throw, it's Allen. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. They go back to the ground with Dobbins, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Broncos are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 7-yard line.
Second down at 7. To throw it is Locke. That's caught left side by Judy. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. From the gun, it's Locke. Williams brings it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a big play there for the Broncos. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Locke now on first down. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They'll hand it off now. Williams. Powerful running. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 51 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Looking for the end zone. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for 2. Locke going to try and throw for it. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, also the 2-minute warning. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On play action, Locke. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down. Here's Locke to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 4th down. Now Locke, gotta have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it with Dobbins. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. No dice for Sean McDermott and the offense. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A big opportunity to tie it with 3 or take the lead with a touchdown. Their defense definitely did their part with that pivotal 4th down stop. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Throwing again on 2nd down. Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week in practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
And he stopped immediately there. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Yo, 56 is Mike. 56 is Mike. It's time to move.
The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee.